Well guys, it's another day. So, hauling a load of corn this morning, and we ended up going to a different field because we finished the other one. And on my way back, we noticed that it had some smoke rolling out of the trailer. So I went back there. Well, my tires are burning up on the asphalt. I got a dual, so there's 2 tires on there. I think what happens is my brakes holding up. Last year we had the same issue, and my brake system locked up. My AirPods went bad on the one axle, which we ended up fixing it and everything was fine, but it did flat spot my tires. Well, it wasn't a terrible flat spot, but I left them on in means to replace them over the winter. Never got to it, and it's like, I know you can't tell, but I'm dragging my tires again. Those tires are flat, they're shot, and I'm just driving down the gravel road about 20 miles an hour right now, making it back to the shop because that back brake's locked up again. And I'm not sure what the problem is. We put a brand new brake pod on it last year and bushings, so I guess I'll get back to the shop and try and figure it out. I don't know, hopefully it's easy fix. We'll see. See that I dragged these tires into the shop, which they're both flat. But like last year, there's a flat spot on here somewhere. It must be on right there. So it probably just got into that flat spot and wore a hole through it. So we're gonna replace those, and then we got to figure out why this thing is locked up still. We just put a new brake pod on it last year, which is this piece right here. So there's really no reason for it to be locked up. And it wasn't locked up earlier, so just going down the road and then it just hung up. Oh. Hammer, hammer, hammer. We've had a lot of projects lately and there's stuff scattered everywhere. Oh. So basically I'm just hitting it to see if it's gonna spring back, and it's not. So we're gonna have to figure out what's going on. I don't know, maybe my cam might be locked up, which I have a hard time believing. Yeah, it's pretty loose. So some reason that brand new one isn't going back in. And it's just ironic that it'd be on the same one, so. Let's get these tires off and figure it out. So I think I found the issue. I gotta get this bolt out here. But that brake pod, it works just like it should, because I was just testing it, and it goes all the way out and in. But I think what's happening is these brakes are getting wore down, but I think this rod's too long, so it's not actually pulling this all the way off. But once we get this out, we'll be able to see if it compresses in the full distance like it's supposed to. So all I'm gonna go do is I'm gonna go push the brakes in on the trailer, and then this bar should slide up. Now it's not gonna pull this up. This is what your brakes run on. When this is back, your brakes tight, and when this is forward, your brakes loosen. So when I release the brake pressure, it should suck this rod in quite a ways. If it don't, something's wrong with the brake pod, it's a malfunction. If it does, then this rod's just too long and not pulling the brake far enough. Or this could be locked up, we'll find out. Okay, so I had to help it out a little bit, but it does move far. That's just because it was beat up on these ends. Okay, so what I'm thinking now is I got this cut off right here. So that moved back into where it should. And that it's actually enough travel to release these brakes. But I can't budge that even if I hit on it with a hammer. So I'm thinking there's something wrong in this brake system, and I'm starting to wonder if it cammed over. Alright guys, so I just got back from town, and I got a new brake drum because that one is shot. And since I'm going to do it right. I got a brake kit, and then also I got some new shoes. Which these are your brake shoes right here. And we're going to go ahead and put these on here. And then I picked up 2 new tires because that's an issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and change these out real quick. And then as I'm changing those out, I lost air in my truck, so my brakes set. So I'm gonna start my truck up. That way my brakes can be released, because you need them released when you put your brakes on. Then I can put the drum on, and the wheels on, and the tires on, and then back to work. Goes through really slow, then really fast. These little things I think were my issue. But we got a whole new brake setup, so we're gonna throw it all back on. Might let that cool down a bit. Clean up, throw the tires on, throw the wheels on, throw the brakes on. Go to work. So I'm going to show you a little trick I use for putting brakes on. And so these springs, I use needle nose vice grips, like a medium sized pair. And then I clip down here, and then I can push down with my hand, get it to hook, and then I hit it in with the hammer. Some people use like a chisel and kind of push down on it. I found this to be really efficient back when I used to work on trucks all the time. So I'll show you. So I grab the angle piece right here, clamp it down tight, and then I just use my left hand to push, unclip it, and that one went all the way in. And just like that, that job's done. Alright, so we're almost done. I'm not going to put the lug nut covers back on because, to be honest, I ruined most of them. So the brakes are released. So we're going to tighten them up now to where they should ride. Simple. You just go till it's snug. Brakes are tight. Okay, so we're going to tighten the brakes now. So the brakes are released on the truck. So what we're going to do is make them perfect for riding. So what we want to do is we want to tighten it down. Right there. Brakes are locked. And then we want to back it off. Quarter turn. Just feel how smooth it is. You can go, from what I was told, you can go between a quarter turn and a half turn. I'm gonna give it just a little bit extra. Okay, I'm gonna double nut that, and we're out of here, heading to the field.